welcome to the Dragon Show. That's Dragon and Fair together. I am Xander. This is Alkali.
I'm not here.
And we're on the thing with the voices.
The new thing, again, we have bought more stuff because things keep breaking.
And this might be the second try.
This is the second try for this particular cast. We are going to attempt to repeat what we did the first time and lost. Here we go. Xander, how about them local sports teams, eh?
The Bears lost. See, it always works.
See? Perfect. Perfect podcast.
Yeah.
Cut.
So, we're throwing slobs into the fiery pit with the one ring, I guess. Because it keeps tempting us, but I think it's going to work, and then it doesn't.
It does not tempt us. It tempts you.
Yeah.
It tempts you because it's easier. And I understand that want. However, this is now the third cast that thing has made us scrap.
I know.
So we're never using it again. What's the actual name of it so people can know what we hate?
Streamlabs OBS.
Streamlabs OBS can suck a bag of dicks. Not just like a normal jewel size bag, but once, at Home Depot, I found out you could buy giant bags, huge dumpster size bags that you can then fill with shit from your house. Like, probably not literal shit that might seep through the bag, but if you were constructing, deconstructing, tearing apart, if you will, your house, that level of bag, full of dicks. OBS, this one's for you.
It's a lot of dicks.
It's a lot of dicks. Not good ones either. Every dick in there, small. It fits more dicks. Like, people would think, oh, you want them to suck a bag of dicks that are small, you just don't want them to have big dicks. No. Nay, I say.
A whole house of dicks.
A whole house of dicks, but small ones. They're useless. No pleasure, no style, no pizzazz.
Jeez.
Just dicks in a bag. Meant for the dumpster.
Alkali, the Ernest Hemingway of dicks. That'll be on your tombstone.
Oh.
Was he an author? No.
No.
He was just the Ernest Hemingway of dicks.
Who declared him that? The Dragon Show. Yeah. Oh.
In quotes. The Dragon Show.
The Dragon Show.
Who's the Dragon Show? That's a podcast he was on. Don't worry about it.
Just look at the... Look at the tombstone next to it. Here lies the Dragon Show, killed by OBS. Oh. Could not stream on time even when they tried.
I remember growing up when I used to think poetry was a job you could have. Remember when they used to sell us that?
Poet laureates.
Totally.
Yes. Do you remember the last time, and this is, to me this is true, when's the last time you heard about a poet laureate?
Grade school?
Not for me. Okay. And you probably remember this. You're going to remember it when I remind you.
All right.
They had a poet laureate, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, at Obama's second inauguration, when he got his second term, there was a poet laureate who took the stage as the final speaker at his inauguration, the outside on the, what do you call that when they have the giant crowds? Trump lied about his?
Yeah.
The big rally in front of the White House? In front of somewhere, I don't know.
The We Won Party.
Yes.
That's the official name.
Yeah, the We Won Party. This poet laureate got up there and started speaking, and as far as you could tell, the footage from CNN was and this is how they told everyone to leave, and all it was a shot of the poet laureate doing a quite beautiful poem. I kind of remember it being very nice, and then shots of the audience politely leaving. Poetry is exit music.
Oh, man.
We learned something today.
It's true.
I like poetry.
Poetry can work.
Poetry can work.
Carlin was a great poet. I love poetry.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, I did believe, I was in college and I thought, oh, you can get, you can send your poems in and, get money for it or something. There are all these, weird scams out there at the time. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
It was the birth of the internet and people were trying to figure out the best way to scam money out of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're poetry contest.
They were scamming money out of us way before that. Here's one that scammed your parents.
Oh.
Do you remember the National Honors Society?
I thought you were going to talk about the housing market, but...
I'm not going to talk about that. I have to deal with that when I go into work in a few minutes. Shut up.
Of course I remember about the Honor Society.
Oh, the Honor Society. If you don't know what we're talking about, and I think it was called the Honor Society, they would mail your house and say, your student is exceptional. Give us $120 and you'll get a copy of the Honor Society book with your child's name in it, talking about his exemplar. It was just a giant scam. They just sent it to everyone.
Did they really?
Yeah. I might not be talking about the Honor Society, but that's, in my mind, that's what I remember.
That's amazing.
It was a thing that showed up at my house every year. It's like, oh, they're honoring you. Like, no, they're scamming money out of you.
You put that on your coffee table, that's how you know Billy is smart.
That's right. And don't forget the bumper sticker. You got it. Yeah, they put a bumper.
Exactly. It's how the neighbors know that Billy is smart.
That's right. Well, they should know Billy is smart because when he shows up there to sell Girl Scout cookies, which we are totally okay with and support, he does calculus to cover the cost. I don't know what any of that meant. I'm very tired.
I'm just wondering what the secret truth of the Girl Scout cookies is, because you made that sound very suspicious.
Well, it was Billy's doing Girl Scout cookies.
Oh.
Yeah, we're super supportive of that. That is awesome, and I think it should be okay.
Oh, but for him to...
But the Girl Scout cookies were all shit. They were the bad ones. I was like, okay, give me some of those peanut butter shits. And he's like, no, I don't have that. What do you have? Well, somebody dumped off a dumpster of dicks at our house. So these are dick cookies. Dookies.
Why would you make that into cookies? Because you had them already?
Yeah, what are you going to do with a dumpster full of small dicks?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, throwing them at neighbors is fun for a while.
Yeah.
Especially if they are shocked and their mouth opens. You're like, blowjob, and 40 small dicks.
What do we do with this shit is the essence of innovation.
That is true.
I believe that's the quote.
What do we do with this shit?
I believe that's how Taco Bell made the crispy churro, which is just leftover pita bread thrown in a fryer.
That's
with
pretty
cinnamon dust, right?
I always felt that was how they came up with the taco salad. It was just Taco Bell, all this stuff fell on the floor. Well, we don't have a dustpan. What if we deep fry a tortilla and use that as a dustpan? Oh, who's in the drive-thru? Ted? Ted was a dick to me in school. Here, Ted, have a taco salad. Damn it. It's a huge success.
I thought the taco salad was just a ploy, really. You see, you're shoving fucking chips and meat and sour cream and salsa and guac in your mouth. You're like, I'm eating salad.
Yeah.
There's no fucking
there's lettuce.
How is that a salad? Because it's kind of a part
bowl-shaped and lettuce salad.
Okay.
Dude, read the definitions. It's in Webster. Salad. Anything that you want it to be. Webster. Also has a tombstone right next to Dragon Show.
So is salad versus soup depending on how cold it is, how apart the pieces are? Because there's whole pieces in soup too.
Yeah, but soup doesn't have a lot of lettuce unless it's cabbage soup because all of those leafy things are the same thing. Screw you.
Oh, so soup gives hope for being healthy? No, because it's salad.
Soup gives you a ton of hope for being healthy until you come into the cream soups. Oh, cream soups. When's the last time I made you my loaded baked potato soup? Allow me to give you the recipe for loaded baked potato soup. Melt cheese. I'm done.
Where's the potato?
Fuck the potato. I just wanted some melted cheese.
Okay.
French onion is made the exact same way, but while staring at an onion.
I was waiting for you to throw in a whole goat. Oh, there's Alkali.
What was there was an old recipe book I remember. Oh, it was a joke, probably not actually from this. Do you remember when you were in school and all your parents would have to submit recipes for a booklet that they would give out at open house? And it was, all the secret family recipes, and always was 20 entries of Toll House chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of remember having to do that.
A little bit.
They did that at my school, and somebody put in this joke, which I have seen on Reddit since then, so I don't think it was original, but it was grilled elephant. Ingredients: 1 elephant, 1 skinned rabbit. Underneath the instructions: grill the elephant, rabbit for garnish. It's the perfect recipe.
Oh my god. Isaac Newton knew how to grill an elephant. Or no, who am I thinking of?
You were thinking of, not Graham Bell.
Fucked it up.
Yep, not Graham Bell, but Edison. Edison knew how to fry an elephant.
Trying to make a nerd joke and fucked up. Anyway.
We can't all be Walt Whitman.
Yeah. That famous scientist.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Gallagher was totally a scientist. He was working on cause and effect.
He's bald. He's got crazy hair. He's got the mustache. That's Gallagher.
Definitely Gallagher.
Scientist Gallagher.
E equals MC Watermelon.
I mean, he did use physics a lot.
He used a lot of physics.
He did a lot of physics.
Every action has an equal and opposite. The first 3 rows will get moist.
We should talk about our weird weekend.
It was a weird weekend.
Because I want to talk about that.
Do you want to talk about what happened in September for October?
Oh, yeah.
Oktoberfest with Vikings.
Yeah.
That's right. We, this weekend, went to something called Viking Oktoberfest.
Because it's October in Viking land.
In Viking, yeah.
In Iceland, if you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's October right now.
Do not listen to us. This is fake. Somebody's going to get this question wrong, and it says, like, the Dragon Show said. I think somebody just got shot outside. The Dragon Show said that it's October in Iceland. You're going to fail. Like, I'll bring you to their tombstone. They go back to this. Oh, yep, October in Scotland.
I hope they really don't think I'm fucking with them with timelines. Do you think that someone thought I was serious?
Yes.
All right. Viking Fest.
Viking Fest was a lot of fun. It is a Oktoberfest held by a brewery. And like yesterday, when we recorded this for the first time, I once again forgot the damn business card to tell you the name of the brewery because I suck. But this brewery held think of it like a combination between a local festival, like Fall on the Green here in the South Side, or just one of those, live music, lots of beer in a tent. And then combine that with Bristol Renaissance Fair to a lesser degree.
Very lesser degree.
Yeah. Like, I'd say what? It was kind of like the same ratio of fursuiters, of full fursuiters at a con. Maybe 2 out of 10 people, 1 out of 5, were in a Viking costume, or some semblance of a Viking costume.
Yeah, old school furry.
Old school
furry, when everybody didn't have a fursuit when I first got...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that number has come
it was like,
up.
holy shit, a fursuit. It was a thing.
Yeah, it used to be, correct me if I'm wrong, it used to be about 1 out of 10.
Oh, I think it was way less than that. I think it was way less common.
I'm sorry. How far back are you going? Are you going back to like
way back? I'm going 15 years ago.
Fursuiters were rare, but if you go
yeah.
back more than a decade,
yeah,
man, no, you didn't see a lot of fursuiting at con. It was there, but you want to talk about getting attention? Oh man, fursuiter walking down the hallway, you're gonna need an hour to get to where you're going because all of us have cameras.
Well, okay, unlike Viking Fest, we had... they were playing that classic Viking dirge, Back That Ass Up. That's how I knew.
That's right.
It was going to be a laid-back affair.
It was a very laid-back affair.
Not exactly like we're going to LARP land where I always have to talk in character or some shit like that.
No, there wasn't a lot of talking in character, but there was Back That Ass Up.
Why didn't we get a Viking name? Like, we should have it register and have our own Viking name.
I gave you a Viking name. Anus the Pillager.
Oh, I'm turning it back on him, huh?
That's right.
This time he's coming back for revenge. Anus the Pillager.
Dun, dun,
You don't
dun,
fuck
dun,
him, he fucks you. Anus the Pillager.
Oh, the adventures of Anus the Pillager. Da, 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 da. Anus the Pillager raging towns. Anus the Pillager fucking clowns. Anus the Pillager, he'll fuck you. Anus the Pillager, please don't cover his dick and poop.
As long as Anus the Pillager is like a fun beer mascot, where it's kind of like...
Fun.
It's like Assy McGee with a Viking hat.
Oh, Assy.
And so, like... Well, if it's anus, it could be it could be a dragon's anus, really, because it's just kind of out there.
True.
Because it's not really a butthole; it's just kind of like a hole in a tail.
Yes, that's true.
Tail hole.
But he still wears the Viking hat
on the butt.
Yeah, because he's horny.
But he just comes to your town and has a party, kind of like Spuds MacKenzie.
Oh yeah,
that's pillaging.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just for fun.
New Age pillaging is just throwing a concert in your town. It's like, we're just going to party and get drunk.
Kids might get really confused when they get to history class. It's like, oh, pillaging! Oh. Just like Anus the Pillager. He comes to your town, everyone drinks beer.
And gets laid.
Well, I mean, that was like pillaging too, just in a...
Oh, yeah, that was a very different kind of pillaging.
That was a very different kind of pillaging.
We call
that was not fun pillaging.
You're right. You know what? I think that we need to upgrade Anus the Pillager for modern society.
Yeah.
Anus the consenting pillager.
Yeah.
He only pillages with consent. He's a really good guy. I actually really appreciate it. Yeah. Very in tune with the current political climate. A really, really smart guy. Anus the Pillager.
Anus the Pillager. Woke my king. Anus the Pillager. He likes to sing! Anus the Pillager. All right, sorry. And this is going to sell beer. This is going to sell so much beer. Coming out of his ass. For kids.
Oh my
Kids can't drink. It'll be an asterisk on the bottom of the screen. Children are not allowed to drink our product. Even they're just like in front of the camera. Just glug, glug, glug with the boot. With a Viking boot. Kids doing Das Boot in front of a camera drinking beer. Asterisk, do not do this. I think it's okay. I think it's a good message for the kids.
I do. Well, I mean, you can tell that he has a good message just by the last line of his theme song.
What?
Anus the Pillager, dick so fat. Anus the Pillager, vote Democrat. Yeah, he's very, very in tune.
You know, I'm trying not to be political, but...
I'm not political either. It's Anus the Pillager.
True.
We always put our political views through Anus the Pillager.
I mean, he does.
We should just start a new show.
In general?
Yeah, just me and you talking politics as Anus the Pillager. We could just do a graphic of the two of us as giant talking assholes.
Wow. I mean, it would work.
I mean, it's already what we're doing now, just without the picture. We are still talking assholes. We just don't have the graphics to back it up.
It's true. All right. So, anything else about yours? We didn't talk about Coob, you motherfucker.
We didn't talk about because Anus the Pillager came up, and sometimes you need to talk about anuses.
He does take up a lot of space. And
he does. He's a big asshole.
He is a big ass. So about Coob.
Coob, if you don't know, is traditionally a Scandinavian, some people call it a Viking, but I believe, from what I read, it's a Scandinavian lawn game that involves throwing sticks at other sticks on the ground. There's videos on YouTube. It's easier for you to watch it to understand it. But we were at Viking Oktoberfest.
Hold on.
Yes.
It's spelled Kubb.
Thank you.
So if you want to look it up, you can watch how to play it. It's weird. It's cool. You have to go underhand. You have to flip under at least one time.
Yep.
And a lot of people fuck that part up.
Oh, it was so funny watching. So they had to
Oh, John was mad.
Oh, he was very mad. They had this game at Viking Oktoberfest. Now, this is a game that John, myself, and a lot of our friends play in my backyard when we get together for barbecue days. And we walked to this Viking Oktoberfest, and there it is. Not only Coob, but sanctioned Coob by the Illinois Association of Coob Players, part of an international Coob. I'm sorry, it's not international. It's all throughout the states. Most states have one of these leagues.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, no, they're actually pretty serious about this. The Illinois League, I don't know how many states have it. The Illinois League, I was told, started 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, this was the thing, and we're all standing there like, oh, man, we would love to play this. And we're watching new players play, and they're just cheating. And John is getting angrier, and we're getting frustrated, so we went and drank more beer.
That's understandable. I mean, if they're going to cheat, I mean, I don't know.
The good thing is, going to Viking Oktoberfest gave us a lot of ideas for, and if you're a fan of the show, you know that this is something we're working on, DragonCon 2021.
Yeah.
Very fun time, great atmosphere. We're going to go again next year, so guys, keep your ears open next year around October. We're going to be looking for a giant group to go out and support this thing. It was a fun time, but most importantly, for people who are a little introverted, like some of my co-hosts.
For beer. That's what beer's for.
The beer helps, but the fact that they limit the entire festival to 750 people. And as I was talking to their organizer, because their sound, their stage, well, the stage was very nice. Their sound was a little lacking. Well, we own a bunch of equipment. So I talked to their organizer, and the thing I respected the most was them telling me that, yes, they only sell 750 tickets, but the event is built for 800 people. So they just want people to be able to go there, have a good time, have their space. And I actually think that's really cool. I think it's a really cool
I understand.
aspect.
You want to take over...
I totally want to take this over.
The Viking Festival with furries.
Want to take this over.
Furries is going to be invaded. Vikings are going to be invaded by furries.
If fursuiters showed up and put on a Viking hat and showed up in their fursuit, I guarantee you would be a hit. My favorite moment was standing by the entrance drinking beer and a gentleman walking in with one of those front holster kid carriers. You know what I'm talking about? Like what do you call that? You just strap it around yourself. It's like a backpack you wear in the front and a baby sits in it. It's the worst back to school special ever.
The postpartum...
Jesus.
The postpartum holder.
The postpartum holder.
No.
I like that.
Isn't that called postpartum? Isn't it after birth?
I guess so.
I know we associate it with depression, but I'm sorry. Okay, the baby. I'm still pregnant, but it came out.
There you go. I like that.
The 50th trimester. That's
The
what
50 I like. Okay.
That's what they call that.
So here comes a man walking in with a 50th trimester
holster.
and the grumpiest cat.
Oh.
There was just a cat in this whole, and he was just a grump cat, but he was totally chill. Yep.
He accepted his life.
He totally accepted his life.
The cards he was dealt.
Yeah. Hey, this guy's walking around. People were there with dogs. It's a dog-friendly event. And this cat is just hanging out, looking at the dogs like, well, I'm taller than you. I am your king.
Aw.
It's a good cat.
I bet that sad cat had like a sad French dialogue in his head.
Oui, oui.
Oui, I am... I have been restricted to this... I can't do it. I can't... I'm not in cat mode right now. I'm not in French cat.
You've been hanging out with your cat too much.
It's too hot in here.
It is very warm in here, but that's okay. We're dealing.
It's still September.
Yep.
It's gonna get colder.
Yeah, which is nice for me.
We thought we were done with the heat wave.
We did.
It's September still.
Fuck this place.
And it's not this place, it's the world. It's on fire.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Didn't we cover how the Amazon was on fire?
The Amazon is on fire.
Yeah, so you can't complain because...
At least we're not on fire.
Yeah, I guess.
Good point.
All right, fuck. You've been playing a lot of Darkest Dungeon.
I'm playing a lot of games that shouldn't be relaxing, but to me are.
Why? Do they actually relax you, though?
Very much so.
Really?
Darkest Dungeon is all about planning. I spend more time outside of the dungeon than I do in it, trying to get the party right where it is, balance out. Darkest Dungeon is a game of balancing. And to get that balance to work is a feat. And this is the farthest I've ever been in that game. Mm-hmm. So I'm truly enjoying that. And on top of that, we go to my other balancing act. I am doing a no money limit City Skylines for an art city. I am literally heavily modding and building a city that in the end will be a perfectly balanced city, but for right now is a mess of spaghetti intersections and beautiful ponds.
So let me get this straight. For your job, you organize things so that where they have to go in an orderly system, and you do lots of calculations, and then for fun, you go home, you make a system where you get all these people to go where they need, and you do all these calculations to where they have to go. And then you go and make a FurCon where you tell all these people where they have to go and where they have to be and how much you have to spend and where places. You have a fucking problem is what I'm trying to say. This is the only way you know how to function.
It is.
You don't know how to fucking relax.
I've never known how to fucking relax.
Like
I think we've mentioned this on the show before. Go back to my high school yearbook, my senior year. It is a paragraph of the extracurriculars that I did. I can't sit still. You've known this. Haha, you love me.
As long as the Devil's Triangle isn't in there.
I mean, no promises.
The consensual Devil's Triangle.
Yeah, we're fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Consensual sacrificing. It's a fetish.
With the Butthole the Viking.
Oh, I know the
he's
Viking.
The knockoff. He's the knockoff.
He's the knockoff Viking?
Yeah.
He's the kinky one.
No, it's like the Mr. Pibb of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, what the fuck, Mr. Pibb? Go to school. Your older brother is really outpacing you. You've got so many levels. Mr. Pibb. Does he even have a bachelor's? This is years of school to catch up with his brother.
If he doesn't want to graduate, why does he have to graduate? He's making plenty of money.
Oh, you would think that, but he's always on sale. Dr. Pepper never is.
Oh, you're right. That's why he's always so cheap.
That's right.
But if he got his doctorate, then people might he might be too expensive for the marketplace.
He might be. Absolutely.
So if he got his doctorate, he'd be fucking himself.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe he should just... I think that if he worked on himself, which is why he's dieting. That's right, he's Diet Dr. Pepper now. Sorry, Diet Mr. Pibb. Fuck, I did the wrong one.
Well, Dr. Pepper's too busy because he's still trying to figure out if Pepsi's okay.
Oh, yeah, no. That's why it's not technically called Diet Dr. Pepper anymore.
Oh.
It's Dr. Pepper with a personal trainer. That's Diet Dr. Pepper. He's a doctor. He can afford it.
Jesus Christ.
You buy a 24-pack of Dr. Pepper, and Dominant Ted shows up at your house like, drop it, give me 20, drop it, give me, and then you lose a bunch of weight drinking Dr. Pepper because he's a fucking doctor.
What are the possibilities that we get into the Futurama landscape where we eliminate death? Okay?
Did Futurama didn't eliminate it?
I know, this is related, trust me.
Okay, fine. Gotcha. Understood.
Okay. And then in this Futurama futuristicness, Furry is big enough so Pepper Coyote is the face of Dr. Pepper for furries.
Yes.
So then Diet Dr. Pepper would be like a jacked pepper. I mean, obviously we clone his head.
Yeah.
So you can use them in different ways. So Diet Dr. Pepper would be that ripped personal trainer you're talking about. And he's just like, fucking go! And so, yeah, that would be unionized. And he would just slip that out every once in a while. It'd be really weird. Like, what? Dr. Pepper! Like, oh, okay. But then you got regular Dr. Pepper. It's like fat pepper. It just makes you feel comfortable.
It is a very good. Well, here's the thing, though. Didn't Dr. Pepper, wasn't it 23 flavors, right? Isn't that Dr. Pepper? So now, unfortunately, with our pepper running Dr. Pepper, it's 24 flavors.
Oh.
It has to be. It's pepper.
Oh, okay.
Now 23 flavors plus feet.
Oh,
little bit of that foot flavor that everyone is craving.
I mean, there's so many flavors, you kind of taste it.
You did just a little.
You don't mind because, like, there's 23 others in there banging around.
This is why I always tell you, I limit myself at 8 flavors. 8 flavors, man. That's all you can really taste.
Well,
23.
It could spoil everything like black olives do.
Black olives are king.
They're terrible.
They even look like a crown. A crown for a very weird king who likes
spoils
olives.
the meal.
It does
overpowers everything. Don't you have those things that for you overpower everything?
Overpower, I would have to go with not so much overpower. I think the weirdest one for me is a textural thing, and that's raw tomato.
Right.
Raw tomato, the texture destroys stuff for me.
Because there's sauce that enhances flavors. There's also sauces that destroy it. Like Frank's Red Hot makes everything taste like Frank's Red Hot.
Agreed.
But if you put Cholula on a Mexican thing, it just tastes like better Mexican food.
No, yeah.
in my experience.
And Cholula and chili. I'm telling you, that's a good one.
I like Cholula. Anyway. Oh, fuck.
We're talking a little bit about work again. We're talking about my job. And the reason we're doing that is I'm back to crazy hours. We had hoped to put out multiple episodes this week for you guys, but I'm working overtime, which gets awkward because right now I'm working even later than I normally do, so I'm around when the construction workers get to the building.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We had a small office next to us. Mm-hmm. It is a lounge, a walk-in reception area, and 3 small offices. And that's this entire thing. It was a different company from ours. We just found out it was bought by a very small company whose CEO, the actual CEO of this company, will be in that office. So they needed to remodel one of the rooms and put in a private bathroom. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who the fuck cares? Well, no one did until we realized that in order to add a bathroom to a skyscraper, you basically have to blast things. Because at work right now, they are working on the plumbing, and the entire fucking floor is shaking to the point where we thought we were under attack.
Holy shit.
It is ridiculous. It is so goddamn loud because they are going into these major pipes that are for a fucking 40-story building.
Oh, Jesus
and they're
Christ.
cutting into these things. It's a disaster.
You're going to feel so much better when you have your awesome pneumatic tube system.
I can't wait for the pneumatic tube system.
It'll be just like Harvey Birdman.
It will be just like Harvey Birdman.
I want that world. I want to be able to like ship things with pneumatic tubes.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
Yeah. Did you watch The Kingsman and like, I want to travel in a pneumatic
I totally want to tube travel.
Yeah.
I am a tube snake. I should tube travel.
You are a tube snake. So wait. So what if what if they're people tubes?
I want people tubes.
Yeah, you don't need elevators anymore.
I think
They're
you might
more
suffocate
efficient.
because tubes operate through vacuum.
It's like the salmon cannon. You just get in it and you just fucking shuffle in there. And it's like Futurama, but it's like constricted around you.
So you're going to put a man in the salmon cannon?
The man cannon.
The man in salmon cannon.
The man and salmon cannon.
The man in salmon cannon.
By Spannin.
By Spannin?
By Spannin.
Oh, dear God.
So you can't be spamming the man and salmon cannon. By Spannin.
Oh, my God. I think I just realized something.
What?
Salmon are kinky and role players.
How so?
Think about it. Why do salmon swim upstream?
Oh, yeah, I know why.
To breed.
Yeah.
So humans have decided that because we need dams and shit that destroys the environment, we need to build. If you don't know what a salmon cannon is, legitimately Google it. It's awesome. There's a video.
Not just salmons can go in there, just rhymes. They're just making, yeah, anyway.
So a salmon cannon is a long tube that the salmon can go in, and basically it shoots them upstream past all the man-made bullshit that the salmon can't get over.
Yeah.
So that means the salmon going to a destination to breed have to go through a giant tube and get shot out the other end.
But it's so fast.
It is so fast, and that's why I think they're into role play.
Oh, okay.
They're playing sperm. They're just
going up the thing?
Going through the dick.
Going through, oh, Jesus
Yes, and then they get
Christ.
shot out the other side. They're like, oh, I'm ready to breed, and they're just a sperm.
Oh, wow.
That's how they role play. Dude, they're salmon. They don't got a lot going on for them. They're fish. They need some kind of entertainment, so now they just pretend they're sperm for a few days.
So salmons are just notorious LARPers.
Absolutely.
So it was their idea to be shot through the salmon cannon.
Yeah. Oh, they wrote us and sealed it with a wax seal with a fish on the front. We thought it was from the Blackfish from Lord of Worms. Nope. Game of Thrones. Yep.
You know, if this was true, we'd have a lot of more problems in terms of rights.
Oh, if animals could just write to our congressman?
Salmon fillets in our Costco when they're writing letters to our congressman.
It'd be kind of weird to cut into a salmon steak and you get a letter. It's like, Dear Matilda, shit, this one was in love. What if they were tastier that way?
What?
What if salmons were more flavorful if they were in love?
What the fuck? Oh, well, that explains the whole breeding thing.
It does explain. That's when we get them. Humans are horrible people.
Yeah, because bears, right? They're going to go up the river. You got to catch them while they're wanting to fuck.
That's right.
It's the most scrumptious.
Huh. I didn't think of that. The salmon cannon bypasses the bears.
Yeah.
Do you think every, 2 hours the salmon cannon just kind of tilts to the right and shoots into a bear's mouth? Just to keep the balance of nature going?
Holy shit. In the future? In the crazy-ass future?
Yeah.
When everything's legal? The bad timeline?
Oh, you're talking about altered carbon. Okay,
No,
continue.
With that same logic, if cannibalism is real, hear me out.
Oh, no.
Okay, if cannibalism is real, cannibals are gonna know that stuff is most tastiest when it's about to eat. They're like, shit, just like salmon. It's about, when it's horny.
When it's horny,
Right,
yeah.
right. So then you hang out around brothels. That's the tastiest
Oh, my
pervert. Is the guy who's about to get laid.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Well, guys,
Furcons are canceled.
furcons are totally canceled, especially for vorfurs.
It's too... No, but they... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, fine.
So many questions.
Fine. Consensual vor only.
Fine.
I want to be a tasty meal.
Thanks, President Alkali, with the solution every time.
We already went over what I would do as president. I would watch John Oliver every weekend, and whatever he said to fix, I would fix.
The J.O. president.
That's right. I am... I'm liberal Trump.
Also,
I just have one news source.
Oh, right. You're liberal
Trump. One news source, fix those problems. Yes.
Put on the John Oliver box. I gotta know what I gotta work on this week.
The best part would be if I could do that.
It's just like Fox News with John Oliver. It's
but
great.
John Oliver would totally be like, please stop. I don't want this responsibility. I'm a television host. I believe that John Oliver.
No, we live in socialism now. You work for me all the time. All right. Anyway.
So how do you like Andersonville?
It's me.
Why is it you?
It's me. It's Xanderville.
It's Xanderville?
It's Zandersonville.
Zandersonville. Why is it Zandersonville?
Yeah, it's Zandersonville. If you don't know, it's the Swedish part in town. And it's blue and red, but I never put two and two together. Someone mentioned IKEA. Shut up, Kadeze. But it's a different blue and a different yellow. Anyway, I noticed the Xander colors because they're all very light blue and yet light yellow. Because it's very gay. So it kind of works.
You're a tropical dragon.
Well, I was just looking around like, why are there so many fucking Xander colors everywhere in the street? I'm like, son of a bitch, it's a Swedish flag. So we were in this goddamn cafe with the goddamn blue and yellow everywhere and stuff, and it just took me forever to figure it out.
That's awesome.
Anyway, I'm saying Zandersonville is is a nice place to go.
Sandersonville feels like a very nice place.
It's the new gay area because all the rich people took the old gay area, so the new gays had to find a new place to gay up.
Are you talking that Boys Town was gentrified?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That is.
What happens when Andersonville becomes gentrified? Like, what if we just have to keep moving, but we leave all the rich gays behind until we slowly take over Chicago?
I mean, we're kind of like we just go to a place and like make it a little gayer. That's like nothing wrong with it. It's just like
it's the best. Rainbow flags are awesome. They're colorful and happy.
There's a bit more color theory and maybe tighter clothing. That's about it.
Tighter clothing.
Like I feel uncomfortable. I gotta dress up for the gays to like really get my game on if I'm gonna be going down in Sandersonville.
Yeah, I don't think I should be walking around there. T-shirt, khakis, ripped, a little bit too short and fat. All right, I'm sticking with Evergreen Park. Thank you very much.
That's how an Evergreen Park gay?
Yeah, That's how Evergreen Park gays look.
Oh, well, I mean, we might be the only
We'll find out.
That's statistically impossible.
If you haven't seen Xander's flag, we now own a rainbow flag covered in pot leaves that I am convinced we need to hang up outside to show our support for cannabis and cocksucking.
I mean, when the crazy, terrible wars happen, you gotta know where your friends are. So it's like, hey, gay weed. Sweet. Or it'll be overrun like right away. And they're like, oh, gay weed, let's go fucking kill him.
Oh, man. Stupid Chicago. Actually, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I'd immediately run to the house with the gay weed flag.
Oh, okay.
Chances are, 1, they'd have weed, and 2, they are gay. Win-win. We're not surviving the zombie apocalypse. What was rule number 1 of Zombieland?
Run?
Cardio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not surviving the zombie apocalypse. I'm going to go get stoned and laid, and then I can die happy, and apparently, according to a previous segment, tasty.
Tasty? Hey, you don't know. You could be really tasty.
I possibly could be.
Could be. You never know. All right.
Shoutouts. I wonder who is next.
Boom, boom, boom.
Shoutouts. That was supposed to be the last line of the song.
You're the one who always makes up the song.
Sometimes I make up the song. This time it is very long. Shoutouts. Xander, read the first one.
Okay. All right, shoutouts. Oh, God, I got it right here. I'm an idiot. Sorry, say something else. God damn it.
Something else.
Thank you.
Something else is happening, and I'm saying other things.
Got it right here.
Yay.
Twister Banuski.
Oh, Twister, it's so good to hear from you again. Last time, I believe we talked about him playing on a Twister board, so this time we're going to go with the second name, and that is Bernuski.
That was Bernuski because you went with Twister so many times?
We've probably done the Twister path on this segment like 4 times.
I'm sorry, Twister, you're very random.
I like Twister.
Which is the actual... That is what it's called, a Bernuski.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is if your name just keeps showing up when it's technically random.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's why it's Twister Bernuski. It's a tornado that just goes in random directions all over the place.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was really weird. One time, everyone thought it was random. They were like, oh, there's Twister Bernuski, a random tornado. But then you look at it on Google Maps, made a pentagram. Satan tornado. Satan tornadoes are the worst.
It was a plan the whole time.
Oh, that's right.
That's how they get you. They think it's random, and that's the devil.
That's right.
Son of a bitch.
Now, and if I had that power, and we lived in the universe of Full Metal Alchemist, I would just send a tornado to make the big circle and all the lines, and then I would turn everyone into a soul stone.
Or Link is a dick.
Link is totally a dick.
He's got the flute. He controls the Twister.
But that's okay because we have protection against him.
What?
Mario with his flute in Mario 3.
Oh, shit.
That's right. The Twister comes from Link, and Mario's like, no, do-do-do-do, and he gets into a pipe. Because if there's a tornado, where do you go? You go to a pipe.
You do go to a pipe.
Yeah, dude. Mario 3 is all about storm chasers. Did you know that? Storm chasers and Twister Bernuski. Yeah. Thank you so much, my friend.
In times of stress, I also go to a pipe. Next up, Fuchs Svines. Thanks, Fuchs.
Hello, Svines.
It's like vines, but it's vines.
I know it's not Funches.
And Ron Funches. Yes.
Ron Funch. That's all I can think of whenever I see his name.
Vines. So imagine they're like vines, but plural. But there's more. But they're fuchsia, which is fuchsia.
It is fuchsia.
So it's like
fuchsia swines.
What? No, you're in a fucking jungle and everything's red and wonderful. Remember, it's like the underground place where the fucking guy who blew up on the goddamn Death Star was underground? I'm sorry, this is a tangent.
I have no idea.
No,
keep describing because I don't know what you're talking about.
There was an MST3K where there's an underground forest and they use a drill. And the guy who said, Grandma Tarkin. Remember they remade him?
Oh my God, yes. I forgot about that.
So there was many fuchsia vines down there.
There were very many fuchsia vines.
There's an MST3K on the new run, if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a journey to the center of the Earth.
Yes.
And it's actually what Chris was talking about. It was a hollow Earth theory. That's what it was, because it was really hot back then, remember? The whole idea that there's a bunch of mole people underneath?
I remember mole people and lizard people. Those are always good ones.
It's like not fun anymore, because like now we know they're not there. Science screwed it up. Science is ruining all we have is Marvel. We don't have like, you can't think like, oh, there might be actually like a fucking man in the mirror. Like, shit.
Speaking of science fucking everything up.
Okay.
You know I do a newsletter at work.
Oh, yeah.
At the bottom of every newsletter is just a trivia question. Every day we put in a trivia question, kind of for fun. No big deal. We hope that people read it, even if they don't, maybe for the trivia question. And then it was 9/11.
Oh, no.
So 9/11, we put a quote we put a quote at the top. We quoted Obama. We took it very seriously until I got to the question, and I got into a lot of trouble.
What?
Our question for the day was, at what temperature does steel burn at?
Oh, no!
I got into a lot of trouble.
Oh my God.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
But you caused like an incident? You caused like a discussion?
No. The desk caught it before it went out.
Oh,
they were like, that is not funny, Dan. I'm like, I think you're wrong. I think that's very funny.
Anyway...
Tragedy plus time equals Alkali's a piece of shit.
To be fair, you're referencing a shitty meme for people saying it's a huge conspiracy.
Exactly.
So that's what you're making fun of. It all depends. See, any good comic can explain their joke. If you don't know it, I don't know. That's my personal thoughts.
I totally agree with you.
If
there
you
are very few
up,
things that you can't joke about.
Yeah.
There are very few things. There's things that maybe you shouldn't joke about.
All I'm saying is, if you're doing a thing and you're saying it's just a joke, don't worry about it. You should be able to explain what your joke was.
That the target was. Yes, I totally agree with you.
Otherwise, you're just being like, it's just such
it's just a defense mechanism. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a joke. Okay, bud. Yeah. He's dead now.
So it's only okay if we're terrible, is what we're trying to say.
Oh, yeah. We can be horrible people. Guys, try to be a little bit better. But, steel melts. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Final shout out.
Shout out.
Thank you again, Funchitz Swines.
Thanks for making us talk about 9/11.
Also, by the way, I don't know how you are reading their names. The font on the TV where we are reading the shout outs right now is so small that I cannot read them.
The planets are aligned and my contacts are working.
Oh, good.
Shut up.
I'm not wearing my glasses.
Oh. All right. And the last one, Unknown Furry.
Totally unknown. Totally unknown. So for the longest time, we thought that there were only 14,976 furries. Mm-hmm. But there were 14,977 furries. The unknown furry revealed themselves. That's right, the unknown furry was invisible in a corner. We didn't realize until we saw a hat just walking by. Nothing underneath, like, that's very unknown. The unknown furry. And how do you reveal something that's unknown? That's right. You throw water on them and then flour, and then we could see the unknown furry. So for a short version of this story, we can go with unknown furry. When you're covered in flour, you're hot.
To be fair, I kind of understand the whole invisibility thing because he's blind. It's like, fuck you. See how it is? You can't see me, I can't see you. Fuck you.
Are you saying invisibility is just revenge from blind people?
It should be.
How do you like it?
Dude, if you're blind, you should be able to be invisible. That should be like...
That's the trade-off?
Yes.
Holy shit.
In the good future, by the government, you're blind, you get invisibility.
Man, in your worlds, the positives really outweigh... I don't know if that would outweigh the negative.
Okay, hold on.
Know.
Like... You have to use it responsibly. You can't just go, like, sneaking into rooms.
Excuse me, hold on. You do not need to use it responsibly.
What?
Because in the end, I think everyone wants to be treated equally, no matter what their circumstance, and I totally agree with that. However, I will... dude, it's a blind person. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They are blind. It's like, hey, are you in the locker room? Yeah. Invisible? Yeah. But you can't see us? Yeah. You do you, kid. You do you.
President Alkali has spoken. Now what's on John Oliver? Thank you, Unknown Furry.
Thank you, Unknown Furry. Glad John Oliver talked about blind people, apparently. Just let them do whatever they want. I solved the problem.
You're going to have the John Oliver database to see to make sure, like, how do I think about this?
How do I feel about this?
How do I feel about this?
Scientology? Oh, bad. Excellent. This worked out well.
Oh, shit, it's good today.
Oh, fuck. Damn it, John.
They saved us from an actual alien invasion? They were right about some things?
Ah, God
This
damn it.
is weird. This whole time, there were boats, they were outside. You think they were, like, throwing people over and doing terrible things with Scientology? No, they were saving the world.
Saving the whole world. But yet, as president, I would still repeal the idea that religions don't get taxed. And I would tax the shit out of all of them.
They did have a huge fuck-off party for their no taxes.
Do you know why? Did you watch the documentary on HBO?
They had a shitload of debt, right?
Shitload of debt? They had a could not function anymore level of debt. Would needed to sell all assets and still could not have covered the amount of... They were fighting being tax exempt for 15 years. For 15 years, their lawyers basically put their paying of taxes on hiatus, saying, well, we're going to be tax exempt. And then after they became tax exempt, they got retroactively tax exempt. Okay. It's ridiculous.
All right, we got to start our own religion. We got to save all the IOUs. And that's the confetti when we get our tax exempt status.
Yes.
That's how you do it. All right. Anyway.
Thank you guys so much. If you want to be part of the shoutouts, don't forget very certain types of our shows, which would be the traditional podcast, which we are doing right now, and Drag It MD, which will probably be back next week. This new system that we are using, we need to reset it up to get the layout proper. But guys, once again, thank you so much for everything you have done for us. Our Patreon people, those that donate during our streams, guys, this new system, all of our new equipment, this is all thanks to you. It means the world to us. And now it's time for questions!
Questions.
Xander did the song. Questions. Andy's wearing a thong.
No, I'm not.
You can't tell. There is no vid. Sometimes kids die of SID. Questions.
Let's go do the fun questions. All right.
And we just lost 5 people.
Let's go die of SID.
Let's go.
Hi, Wheat Thins.
Hi, Wheat Thins.
What urban legends did you hear about in elementary school? Ooh.
So mine is very easy because, once again, we've talked about this.
Right.
Bachelor's Grove.
Okay.
Bachelor's Grove, one of the most haunted places in the United States, is right here. I can't actually remember if it's in Palos Heights or if it's a neighbor of Palos Heights, but whatever, it's right here. So all of my elementary schools, Bachelor's Grove was one of the biggest topics. And of course, everyone had an encounter because we were all dirty, dirty liars. So yeah, the amount of ghosts that were talked about in our school.
You had photos with the balls.
Yes, we did have, we had photos with... I went out there with a group of 4 of us.
Ghost balls.
Ghost balls.
Ghost testicles.
One of my friends was like legitimately 6 years older than the rest of us. Like we were all about to go to high school and he was in college and he was a ghost chaser. So he had all the equipment and all this nonsense. And the first picture we took, there's a glowing orb. There's a glowing orb that's definitely not there in real life. We're like, what the fuck? And we're doing it and we keep finding these glowing orbs. Well, he also smoked. The glowing orbs were reflections off of the ash in the air.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still fun.
Think of our local legends. I was in Lombard, Illinois. It's okay. You can dox me.
How about Enchanted Castle? Is that a local legend? Was there? Like,
I mean, it was a local legend. Is that's where you go play video games.
I thought there was like a
wasn't,
warlock that lived there.
I'm trying to think. We had the Ovaltine. We had an abandoned Ovaltine factory, and that's where you go. That's where you go when you're in cross country. And you run there and you come back. So we already hate it. Right? So everyone already hates it, and it's really creepy. But I could have sworn someone said there was a portal to hell in the Ovaltine factory. I swear to God. I got to look online. But I could have sworn I remember that from my childhood.
That's awesome.
No, seriously. All right.
Awesome.
Shukin Flash.
Hey, Shukin.
What's the most difficult DIY project you've ever undertaken? Did you succeed or have to call on a pro to fix it? Oh, boy.
Wow. I'm going to go with mine, even without knowing exactly which was the most difficult, Nero.
Oh.
Because we used to build props constantly. So I'd say some of the more difficult one was figuring out how to teleport a person across a field, which was done with homemade white robes, a black light, and then a black curtain attached to a hula hoop that we used to vanish people, and then have another person who was the same size as Carrie on the other side of the field that would drop their black shroud.
Jesus Christ.
So that one was actually incredibly difficult on a timing aspect, but it did succeed.
That's incredibly complicated.
That one was one of our more complicated ones, and then my weird fireworks displays. When you would measure out the tube to give it a little bit more room so that the aerials didn't go all the way up in the air. The whole idea was to shoot them up about 6 feet. That one pseudo-succeeded. One of them did not fire properly. I must have made the tube too wide.
Jesus Christ.
And it went off in the tube and made a bunch of shrapnel.
Yeah, it sounds really hard.
No one was around it, though, so luckily I lucked out and didn't murder anyone.
Jesus. You know my hardest DIY?
What's that?
An IKEA shelf. There's a bit difference here. I can't even follow instructions to make a fucking shelf because it's in the physical world, you see. And here you're making like pipe tubes, fireworks, man, ready to kill people with, I'm just going to like tape together these fireworks with duct tape. Is that what you're doing, LARPers?
I mean, a little. I did. There was a lot of duct tape at LARP.
Jesus Christ. So, no, for real, like, I think my most successful DIY was probably when I was in college. It sounds really lame, but seriously, it was learning to not trust my instructors and go and learn stuff online by myself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That was actually like a big thing because because in my world there was good in college and then there's good in the real world. And they're just like any like pro sport. It didn't matter. Like you could be good at one thing in college. It didn't fucking matter when you got out there, and they didn't care about that. So there's the different levels.
Interesting.
And I had to actually go out and learn shit they weren't teaching me in college. So
yeah, college didn't teach much. College gives you a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like I went to a business school, and I will say this: I learned more my first 2 years away from college than I did in all my schooling.
Of course.
Yeah, college just basically teaches you like where to go to file your taxes if you're complicated. That's all I learned.
Well, the funniest part was you could actually go look up the job want ads, right? And they're like, must know this, 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 and this. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. Why aren't my teachers telling me about this?
Yes.
So that's when that happened. All right, moving on. Eggman.
Hi, Eggman.
What's your favorite classic car?
I'm not much of a car person, so if I'm going to go with a favorite classic car, I'm going to have to go with the DeLorean.
Oh!
The wing doors, its use, and the fact that it's made out of one giant piece of steel, so when Xander crashes it, maybe he'll still have a car when it's over.
If I had the Inspector Gadget car, that wouldn't be a problem.
That'd be classic. It's a classic car.
That's right.
The Inspector Gadget.
Or the fucking... What am I? Dr. No...
Dr. No means no.
James Bond. Kind of...
The Spy-mobile?
Didn't he have some, like, didn't he have some cars that could go in water?
He did have a submersible car, yes.
See, it's cool if you look like you know what you're doing and you drive into the water. And there's music in the background, like a fucking spy. Then it's good. Oh, and Kingsman, too.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Kingsman.
see? So
Kingsman is way too
I
much
just want
fun.
I want an aqua car. No, actually, my favorite classic car is probably going to be the Batmobile from Adam West.
Oh, cool one. Yeah, I do like
It's just
Adam
a big
West's
dick.
Batmobile.
Just a big dick on wheels. It's got a fucking fire pit in the butt.
Leave the dude. It's got crabs. Wait, that's the wrong one. Which one burns? Crabs, whatever.
It's got gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea. Thank you. Batmobile
No,
has
but, like-
gonorrhea. You learned it here on the Dragon Show.
I was watching it like, that's not how that works. Like when they show the flame in the back. Don't you remember seeing like, I didn't know anything about
Abso-fucking-lutely.
cars.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
And it's like, that's just like a charcoal pit in the engine.
In case he wants burgers.
All right, fat burgers.
And you know when that really came in useful?
What's that?
He was hungry in one episode and went up against Eggman. He made a bunch of fried eggs.
Are you sure he wasn't Bat Dad at that point?
Oh, Bat
He
Dad.
just gets out an apron.
Na grounded.
All right. Tyro,
Hey, Tyro.
what is the one skill that you could have... hold on. Jesus Christ.
These are a little bit bigger. What is one skill that you would like to learn or be able to do, and how would you implement it into your day-to-day? Can be anything from real to fantasy-based. I mean, okay, fantasy-based teleport. It's the safest out of all skills.
Okay, that's not a skill you learn.
It is if it's fantasy-based.
You're not Dr. fucking...
Damn it.
Fuck, what's his name? Dr. Strange.
No, I love Dr.
I was gonna say
Strange.
Dr.
No.
Dr. Holmes, but
Dr.
that's two guys.
However, if we're talking about real everyday skill, I would like to learn an instrument.
Yeah.
Particularly the violin or banjo.
It's funny you say that because I was gonna... Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Banjo's too difficult. I looked into it once.
Banjo's super hard.
Yeah, banjo is insanely difficult, but it's such a weird, unique sound.
Yeah.
So I kind of love banjos.
All I know is Steve Martin and Ed Helms are super good at
Yes, Steve Martin's incredibly good at it.
Right.
Holy shit.
it. Yeah. Look up Steve Martin doing banjo.
That's really cool. What's your skill?
Well, similarly, I would like to play guitar. I don't know how I'd use it in my everyday life.
Oh, I think I know.
I mean, I could try to pay with for a sandwich with a song.
Come on, dude. Soundtrack to your workday. Dun, 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 dun. I'm sitting at a computer and I hate my life and now I got a guitar. I really thought in my life I would be quite far. I am sitting here making porn and this is all for you. I am sitting here and they stick their dick right in the poo. Oh, pornin', 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 porn, 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 porn.
Hey, you're gonna let people know the secret project.
It involves some porn.
Yeah, they probably figured that out.
You had mentioned it once. That's why.
Okay.
That's why I was okay saying it because
Yeah.
you have mentioned it
And
once.
Unity probably, but that's not whatever. Ooh, what a big secret.
Ooh, porn.
Oh, we know so much now.
They all figured it out.
Yeah. Anyway, stay tuned. Then you can find out what I'm gonna do.
Porn,
Actually,
porn, 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 porn.
No, me and Drag are actually working. We've been doing a good thing.
Oh yeah, no, dude, you've showed me some of
Yeah.
your it looks good.
So,
it's starting to look good.
I'm
Also, I just made your theme song.
Porn, porn, porn,
Porn,
porn, porn.
porn. Oh, porn, 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 porn,
The-
porn, porn, porn.
The idea is to launch at MFF, but we'll see. Well, we're going to make a judgment call, see where we are with the project, and if we want to put it out there, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I like where you're at. I've seen some of it. I'm very excited and quite hard.
Well, that's not surprising. All right. Tyro. Wait, we just
just
that.
did Tyro.
Shelly,
Hey, Shelly.
thank you for helping me fix the... Oh, God, what is it? What's the... Discord.
Oh, Shelly helped with the Discord?
Shelly helped me
Thank
with the
you,
Discord.
Shell. You're amazing.
Yes, thank you, Shelly.
What is next on the list for Dragon Show studio improvement? So, Shell, this is the next thing on the list. What we are doing right now is being recorded through something called Wirecast,
Yep.
which we were able to try out because of you guys. Thank you again. So next on the list of
Fuck you,
studio improvements-
Streamlabs OBS.
Fuck you so hard. So the next on studio improvements will be doing what we were doing with OBS over here on Wirecast. The one downside to this, we are trying to figure out how to deal with the chats. Wirecast does not have an easy way to combine Twitch and YouTube, and we are truly hoping to do live streaming on both at the same time. So we're working on it.
And another one we're looking into, and honestly, I'm still looking into options for this, is when we're on the road, is recording. We're looking into lapel mics, that kind of systems, like a cheap-ish system as far as we're exploring options.
My favorite one that we talked about, and we almost pulled the trigger on it, is because every time we drive to a convention, we are trapped in a car for...
Yeah.
So we kind of just wanted two, what do you call those things? GoPros and 2 lapel mics so we could do a studio cast while driving 7 hours to goddamn Anthrocon.
Yeah. So we know we need to up our game on the road for our audio.
Oh, yeah.
So we're aware of that. We're just trying to do it and stuff.
We'll get there, guys.
Thank you so much for the new equipment. This is all for you guys, from you guys, seriously.
It's been amazing, everyone. Your support has not gone unnoticed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Sarathan.
Oh, last one, Sarathan.
Oh, boy.
What would be your mountaintop moment? The thing that you would achieve were...
I got it.
Okay.
The thing that you would achieve where you could look down at it and realize you hit a peak or a pinnacle of accomplishment. So, like, what would be your biggest moment?
That's easy.
What?
The day that I could leave my job and do this professionally.
Yeah.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
I don't need to go. Legitimately, if we could move into an apartment and just entertain people for the rest of our days, oh my God. That would be the coolest thing ever.
I'd be really cool if you could have 40 hours a day, or 40 hours a day.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing now. So fuck you. 40 hours a day.
Oh, you got a fucking
time travel,
freeze in
motherfucker.
there?
Yeah.
You have time freeze at work.
Time freeze at work is so... Okay, you
gotta
cannot tell me.
share with the world if you can have time freeze at work.
But they're the worst. Time freezes are the worst because all of us have done them. You can't tell me you've never been at work, looked at the clock, and it's 3 o'clock. You look again, and it's only 2. What the fuck just happened? Time freeze, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Time Eddie.
It was developed.
I hate Eddie.
Time Eddie?
Time Eddies.
Oh, gee. Time Eddies?
Time Eddies are the worst.
Oh, my God.
If you want to know the Time Eddie story, ask me when I'm drunk and John's around. The story pisses him off to no end. I was a bad drunk DM once, and Time Eddies existed.
At least it explains all the gray hairs in your beard.
Oh, yeah. I'm 90.
Because you're actually 60.
Oh, you're so cute and 60. I look like I'm 4,000.
Well, it's from the... No, it's not your fault. It's because of time freeze. So you're actually 60 is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
All right, guys.
What's your moment of accomplishment?
My moment of well, I mean, obviously this would be if we could do this for a living.
I don't think we can have a different answer. I mean, this has been such a wonderful experience.
If I want to be... I mean, okay, let's pretend... Let's pretend we do that.
Okay.
And we've been doing that for 20 years.
Okay.
And then we don't know what to do with ourselves.
At that point?
Yeah.
I think that's very easy.
What's our new mountaintop moment?
What?
Dragon Island.
Dragon Island.
Dragon Island! We buy it out. We run it the way we want. We have our own cult /
so you're
society.
saying we may... Okay, Dragon Island, a new city, a new nation. How many people?
Well, it depends on what President Alkali says and what John Oliver says. So, I mean, you got to check with these things, like, every day. He's going to be in a cage next to you. So he can just tell you right there. I mean, it's understandable. Like, we love John Oliver, but he has to understand this is for the greater good.
It is for the greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good. The greater good.
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Once it's done, the city I'm making in Skylines, I will ship it over to some kind of a construction company and have them build it on an island.
I mean, I believe every architect in history has said, if it works in city skylines...
Yeah, no, exactly.
It has to work in real life.
Dude, that's a direct quote from Ginston Erbles.
And Edgar R. Bildingston.
Yeah, both of them.
Everyone knows Edward. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you for your questions.
If you haven't, please click subscribe or like the video or wherever the hell you're watching this. Thank you for listening. And please don't forget to watch our Twitter channel. That's where you're going to hear announcements, new shows coming out, and when we do our surprise casts and normal monthly live casts. We're going to try to get back into those very soon. We have the equipment. Now we just need to set it up. That is how you guys will find out about them.
By the way, we're also on... What the hell is that thing? With the sound that goes in your ears? iTunes, SoundCloud, all those things. What's the one that kids listen to? Spotify. Yeah, so if you use that, we're on there. And anyway, anywhere you can find iPad, Jesus Christ. iTunes, audio things, and YouTube primarily, please. I really fucked this up, but anyway, we'll finish now.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alkali.
I'm Xander.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.